If you hear the dogs, keep going. If you see the torches in the woods, keep going. If there's shouting after you, keep going. Don't ever stop. Keep going. If you want a taste of freedom, keep. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. I had reasoned this out in my mind. There was one of two things I had a right to, liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other. I was the conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years, and I can say what most conductors can't say: I never ran my train off the track and I never lost a passenger. The Lord who told me to take care of my people meant me to do it just as long as I live, and so I did what He told me. Lord, I'm going to hold steady on to you and you've got to see me through. I started with this idea in my head: there's two things I've got a right to, death or liberty. In my dreams and visions, I seemed to see a line, and on the other side of that line were green fields, and lovely flowers, and beautiful white ladies, who stretched out their arms to me over the line, but I couldn't reach them nohow. I always fell before I got to the line. I grew up like a neglected weed, ignorant of liberty, having no experience of it. Then I was not happy or contented. Every time I saw a white man I was afraid of being carried away. I linked Dars many a slaveholder get to heaven. They don't know no better. They acts up to the light they have. I was the most famous conductor on the Underground Railroad. Twant me, 'twas the Lord. I always told Him, I trust you. I don't know where to go or what to do, but I expect you to lead me, and He always did. I grew up like a neglected weed, ignorant of liberty, having no experience of it. Bears like I prayed all the time, about my work, everywhere, I prayed and groaned to the Lord. Quakers almost as good as colored. They call themselves friends and you can trust them every time. I never ran my train off the track, and I never lost a passenger. I had crossed the line of which I had so long been dreaming. I was free, but there was no one to welcome me to the land of freedom. I was a stranger in a strange land. I would fight for my liberty so long as my strength lasted, and if the time came for me to go, the Lord would let them take me. I looked at my hands to see if I was the same person.